live on YouTube.
Happy holidays, everybody. It's Dr. Schilling from Secoya Health bringing you this week's Wednesday Wellness Minutes. And these are going to be some tools for survival because the holiday season is here, Christmas is next week, and I'm sure plenty of you are all jacked up with some lovely stress that's causing you some unease as far as heading into this week. Fear not, we've got some tools here for you, put together a great list that are going to help you make through this and thrive, not just survive. First of all, I think it goes without saying the holiday season is sort of a minefield for food. And the best thing you could do, I was just talking to one of our patients who is battling blood pressure issues, and if you when in doubt, you just eat pure vegetables and a medical food. So you could have Ultra Clear, Ultra Inflamex, Ultra Glucose Control, whatever it is. These are going to be helpful for keeping you away from the foods that are inflammatory and keeping you healthy and actually striving through the holiday season rather than surviving. If that's not your choice, that's a little too extreme for you, then we understand. But do your best to avoid gluten, dairy, sugar, corn, and soy. Okay? Pretty much 99% of the American diet that is consisting of the foods that are populated out there. If you can avoid things in a box, you're going to be way better off. But just focus on eating your vegetables and some sparingly fruits, berries, cherries, and apples, and things like that. Good proteins and good fats. Next, we want to focus on exercise because it's the best drug on the market and it's free. Because all you got to do is run out and roll in the snow or do whatever you want to do, right? Jump up and down, do some burpees, do some of the crazy stuff we did here a couple weeks ago. Whatever it takes for you, go out walking. It does not matter. You're going to boost your brain power. You're going to decrease any anxiety or depression, whatever it might be. Exercise is huge. Meditation. Some of you are not meditators, which we understand completely. It takes discipline, but if you find yourself stressed, even if you're at a family member's house, you know what? Go in the bathroom. Turn on some cool, calm music on your phone. Find a guided meditation on YouTube, whatever it might be. If that can't happen at your family's house, then just go find a spot, take a step outside, take a breath, breathe it out, let the stress go. Whatever happened is not really what's happening. There's something triggering. It's a stress element for them, and they're maybe getting on to you about it. Maybe you're stressed and you're getting on them. Whatever it takes, just separate yourself, okay? So keep that in mind. That's really helpful. Breathing exercises are really good for this. Whether you're doing them every night before you go to bed, which we recommend a lot of people do, to learn how to breathe again when you're not stressed, or if you're in a stressful situation at a family member's or a friend's or whatever it might be. So basically easy to do. Place your hand right along your ribs where the soft and the hard meet, and then breathe everything into your abdomen. Okay, that's all you have to do. I'll do side posture, right? Or side pose. Into your abdomen. Last thing you want to do, you never want to do this unless, of course, you're doing some strenuous exercises. Breathe in your chest, where this is stress breathing, okay? It's not good for you. You're going to hyperventilate. It's going to cause stress and tension in your neck, things like that. It'd be very problematic. Breathe in for 6 seconds. Pause momentarily and breathe out for 7. And as you do that, as you breathe in, allow your eyes to relax. And as you breathe out, you're just looking down toward your feet and letting your chin drop gently. Looking down and breathing out are both tied to relaxation as far as your nervous system goes and your brain goes. Understanding that abdomen is the key. Every baby is born breathing in their abdomen, unless maybe they're born to a stressed mother and or maybe a drug-addicted or alcohol-addicted baby. That you want to breathe into your abdomen. That's where your true health is going to lie. Essential oils. Essential oils are great for calming things down. They're nothing curative. A lot of people in the different MLMs and stuff like that, they use a lot of product, but essential oils are great for calming things down. They're very beneficial for people, especially for neurological disorders and things like that. They're great for calming, great for helping soothe symptoms, but they're not going to cure anything. But if you need to jump on some lavender, lavender is great for relaxation. You can put it in a bubble bath as one of my next points. Take a bath. Maybe not a bubble bath, but just take a bath, right? Most of us are like, oh, weird, that's a bath. I haven't done that since I was 10 or whatever age you were, I don't know. But baths are great. They're relaxing. Water is very relaxing for us. So if you can get in there and then add on to that some music, calming, close your eyes, meditate, use some gratitude, use the breathing exercises, all that together is going to be supercharging your relaxation. So that's going to be good for you. Let's see. Saying no. Saying no is pretty important in this time of year. A lot of us overextend. We're committing to too many things. And that's not just in the holiday season. The holiday season is even worse. But life in general. Have a motto of do less. Okay, and it sounds crazy, but do less. Our lives are so intense these days. Going here, going there, doing this, driving Johnny to practice, driving Susie over here. Next thing you know, parents are turning into taxis, and it's crazy. So do less. Help your children, if that's your case, help your children understand that they have family priorities, and those priorities are to have a healthy family unit that is meals together and time together rather than, getting everybody here and there. More is not better. Less is better. Have more quality time. Less frequency, less activity, more quality time. Keep that in mind. Just say no. Say, you know what? Hey, I don't think that's going to happen, but I'll let you know if something changes. That's a great way to approach things. Someone sends you a text and they're like, hey, I really, we're doing this. You should really come. You're like, oh gosh, I'm already feeling wiped out. I'd love to go. I don't really think I have it in me, but just say, hey, you know what? I don't think it's going to happen, but if I get enough energy or something happens, something changes, I'll let you know. Great way to not say no, which people have a hard time doing, especially in Minnesota nice, right? Or if they have, feel like an obligation to say, you know what, I don't think I can make that happen, but I'd be happy to let you know if things can change for me. So keep that in mind. Vitamin D, of course, hormone D is probably the most important thing you could do for yourself right now, given we have 0 from the sun at this point until April 2nd. You're not going to get any, zip, zilch, nada. Average adult needs 5,000 international units minimum from a good source. Either use what we have as liposomal or Premier D3 or whatever it might be. Don't just take any capsule or gel cap or any garbage off the street like CVS, Walgreens, or Cub Pharmacy, or I don't know, wherever it is, right? Don't go there. It's not good for you. They're synthesized, they're synthetic, they're not good for you. So vitamin D is great for you, boosting your serotonin, your feel-good hormone, things like that. Always good for you. Vitamin D, you won't go wrong. 70 to 80% of people in Florida, Arizona, and California are vitamin D deficient, okay? And they get sun all year round. So you can imagine how up in the tundra here we are, even though it's 40 degrees outside. You need your vitamin D. Eat healthy. As we mentioned before, avoid gluten, corn, soy, sugar, what do we got? Gluten, soy, dairy. Dairy's the last one, of course. Dairy's huge. People love putting cheese and stuff. Our neighbors in Wisconsin, they come in here and they're like, yeah, help me with my life. And then they say, but I won't give them my cheese. I'm kidding, of course, but a lot of people have food preferences that are not aligning with where they want to go with their health. Sometimes you got to take a step back and say, look, that food or that substance, whatever it is not going to get me where I want to go. One thing I ask myself much less or frequently than I used to ask myself, is this going to help me prepare for tomorrow, or am I going to have to repair from it tomorrow? So if you can stop and look at the pile of food in front of you, you're like, okay, is this really going to get me where I want to go? It will at least give you the opportunity to make a different choice. Okay, especially at holiday tables where there's buffets and stuff like that, you're taking a little bit of everything here and there. Okay, keep that in mind. Avoiding alcohol, great idea, right? Commonly used, probably, next to caffeine, is probably the most widely used drug on the planet. It will make you feel calm and relaxed in this for a short period of time. The adverse side effects, though, however, are very, very not helpful. Okay, they will disrupt your sleep. They will limit your body's detoxification ability. They're going to slow your toxin release. They're going to cause your body to accumulate more toxins, and it's going to make you age faster. Okay, do your best. Okay, just understand that if you tend to have 3 drinks at a party, have 1. Whatever your gig is, right? Whatever your deal is, if you can minimize it and or eliminate it, you're going to feel much better. One side note to this is people have a tendency to, loosen their lips when they have a little bit of liquid courage in their system. Okay, so if you have a tendency to say things that might upset other people, either don't be around those people or make sure that you're not loosening your inhibitions by lubing up while you're at these parties and stuff like that. Exercise, we talked about it before, is great for that. It's going to cure every ail you could possibly have. One last thing we'll touch on is an attitude of gratitude. It is literally impossible to be angry and grateful at the same time. Try it sometime. It's impossible. So if you find yourself angry, stressed, emotional, whatever it might be, frustrated, stop and think about 5 things you're grateful for. You can list them off pretty quick. Parents, siblings, kids, wives or spouses, partners, coworkers, teammates, whatever it is. Right? We can always lift off pretty quickly 5 things. And that will divert your attention away from whatever's frustrating or angering you, whatever's filling you with that resentment and that rage or whatever it is around this time of the holiday. It seems to provoke in a lot of people, things like that. So this is all helpful. And when in doubt, there is a Q&RT reset for whatever you have. Your brain can be healed. If people are triggers for you, and it doesn't matter if it's Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, 4th of July, it doesn't matter when they trigger you. If they're triggers for you and you don't know why, let us help you with that. Because nobody should walk around and suffer unnecessarily with people triggering them, because it's not the other person's fault. It's something that happened to us a long time ago that they're just kind of ripping the Band-Aid off or picking the scab off of. So whatever's stressing you, doesn't matter if it's anger, frustration, resentment, disappointments, feeling starved of love, feeling abandoned, rejected, Amelia's kicking the camera, Yeah, sorry about that, YouTube. But all right, so keep that in mind. All right, guys. So this hopefully is a tool belt, right? Discount double check will do that right there. Kidding, of course. If you remember that reference from the State Farm commercial, Melee says no. All right, whatever. Aaron Rodgers, come on, dude. You don't know that one? All right, whatever. This is your tool belt for the holiday season as far as overcoming stress and being more resilient to stress and avoiding it altogether. So we hope this has been beneficial. We hope that this has enlightened you in some way, shape, or form and helped you have another tool that you may not have had before or maybe had forgotten about. When you find yourself in a stressful situation, the best thing to do is just take a breath and walk away. Okay, it's not worth it. Nobody's going to benefit from an argument or a fight or a disagreement like that. Just understand that a man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. So if you are in a deadlock with an opinion with someone else, they're not going to change. They become more hard in their position every time you argue against your or for yours and against theirs. Well, just let it go. Okay, move on, have fun, and enjoy the holidays. All right, guys. We won't see you until next Wednesday, so it'll be after Christmas. So happy Festivus, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa's in here somewhere. So whatever else I'm missing, happy to that to you, and Festivus for the rest of us, whatever you want to call it. All right, guys. Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.